Good evening and welcome back to the West Ham Network for your Hammers headlines, the 19th of July. Something a bit different, going back to what I did for you last week, is a match day preview. Yes, West Ham are in action again this evening, but this time we've travelled up to my neck of the woods, up in Scotland, as we take on Glasgow Rangers at Ibrox, and I am buzzing. I'm excited because I'm going to the game, and I hope you will be too. We'll try and bring you as much content from the game as possible. This is in association with the guys over at kumb.com. Please make sure you do go and check out their website. Please make sure you go and check out their forum. Great fans from all over the world, great West Ham information, you name it, but get across there and go and check them out. And like what we normally do with Hammers Headlines is we do give you 3 particular stories from that day and bring them to you in one place. However, today is the match day preview. It's short, sharp, straight to the point. So we will get started on that today. So as we know, we are traveling tonight to Glasgow as the players came over to Scotland yesterday, up to Scotland, I should say. We are in the middle of another heat wave, just like you are down south. It is roasting hot, so be prepared if you are traveling for the game. Get your suntan lotion at the ready, shorts and t-shirt, and get ready for a park carnival atmosphere. But it's a 7:45 kickoff at Ibrox, and currently both Rangers and West Ham are aiming to maintain their unbeaten starts for the pre-season's games this summer so far. Now, Giovanni van Bronckhorst is the manager of Rangers, and they ran out 2-1 winners against Blackpool last time out in the most recent game, while West Ham were held to a 1-1 draw by Reading. And after a friendly with Sunderland in Portugal that was abandoned midway through the game due to floodlight failure, they did make their journey to Blackpool and they did win the game 2-1. They've got 2 players, Barisic and Charlie McCann, both struck in the second half for them. And they were doing all right in the game. And I think it's, pre-season is what it is, isn't it? It's to give game time and legs to the players. Now, the situation is, they didn't get the Scottish Championship last year. They didn't win the Scottish Premier League. Celtic won it. And then they also lost the Europa League final to Eintracht Frankfurt. The final that should have been West Ham versus Rangers, which is a lot of what many people had to say. Now, Rangers are also facing Tottenham after they take on West Ham as well. Rangers also put 3 past Partick Thistle in a 3-2 friendly win at their training ground earlier in the summer. But Van Bronckhorst will be itching for a clean sheet as well. So will be interesting to see. One player that will be missing for this game, though, is much thought of left back and centre half, Calvin Bassey, who West Ham were linked to earlier on in the summer. It looks like he is going to be a £20 million approximately signing for Ajax. The young lad who was not born in the country but came over and brought up in Newham, but never had any connections to West Ham, did find his way through the Leicester Academy, then went to Rangers, and of course is now on the way to Ajax. So he will be missing for tonight's game. Now, other team news for Rangers to look at is they've been busy signing players through this transfer window. So they've got Rabbi Matondo, is another player to keep an eye on, who's getting game time already in pre-season, and Van Bronckhorst is throwing the players into the limelight by giving them game time as well. Tom Lawrence, another signing we maybe expect to see. John Sutar is another signing we expect to see as well, and more recent signing was a loan deal from Bayern Munich and Malik Tillman, and we expect to see him get some game time as well. Now, Rangers do have some injuries. Hadji has got a severe knee injury and will still be out for several months. Kemar Ruth, who used to be formerly of Leeds United, and Hilander, and also Alfredo Morelos, who West Ham have been linked to in the past. They are also missing. And we do know that Mark Warburton was, of course, the Rangers manager previously. He went on and won the championship for Scotland, which is the league before the Premier League. So he did win that with Rangers, and so yeah, that makes for interesting reading. However, we were lucky enough to ask certain Rangers fans from the Rangers rabble who managed to give us a bit of an update. So check out this and let us know your thoughts on what they get to say. So hope you enjoyed that. It's always good to get an insight from an opposition fan, and that was thanks to the Rangers Rabble. They do have a YouTube channel as well, so please make sure you do go and check out their content if you do get a chance to, and you are interested in, of course, looking into other teams from around the world. So that was really interesting. But we'll get on to a bit of West Ham now. With only 3 pre-season matches left to play, West Ham manager David Moyes is likely to name a strong starting 11 for this game against Rangers. Now, we're likely to see players that we obviously have come back from international duty, players like Jared Bowen, who got some time against Reading. We're expecting to see Ben Rama, who looks like he's having a bit of a lively pre-season. Declan Rice, of course, has travelled with the squad as well. And the only 2 players that we are expected to miss out for this game is Craig Dawson and Tommy Soucek. What we understand are minor niggles for this game. Now, more information on the opposition. They are managed by Giovanni von Bronckhorst, and like West Ham, they had a very memorable season last season. They did go on to win the Scottish Cup and defeating the likes of Borussia Dortmund, Braga, and Red Bull Leipzig on the way to the Europa League final. They are known as one of the most successful clubs in the history of world football, and they've been crowned champions of Scotland on 55 occasions, winning it 34 Scottish Cups, 27 Scottish League Cups, and lifted European Cup Winners' Cup in 1972. They did celebrate their 150th anniversary earlier this year and have been formed by 4 teenage boys as they walk through the West End Park in March 1872. They become one of the original members of the Scottish League in 1890, by which time they were playing their iconic Ibrox. They have had a long-standing rivalry against Celtic, whom West Ham did take on last pre-season summer and beat them 6-2 on their own home turf. Now, we have previously met them before. The fixture will mark our second visit to Ibrox, and we played in 1979 in August, when coach Ernie Gregory took charge of West Ham in the 4-team Tennant Caledonian Cup. John Lyall away working on transfer business. David Cross and Billy Jennings scored in a 3-2 defeat by Rangers on the 3rd of August. Kenny Watson and Gordon Smith, too. He got 2 goals scored for Rangers. Jennings was on target again in the 3rd, 4th place playoff against Brighton and Hove Albion on the 5th of August, as Brighton ran out 3-1 winners. So there you go. There is our preview. Short, sharp, straight to the point. Hope you've enjoyed it. What do you think your predictions are for tonight's friendly? I fully expect us to see a whole host of players playing. I think there'll be big substitutions made. I think we'll see the likes of Dan Chesters stepping up to the plate again. He looks like he's a bit lively in this summer. Mubama is looking lively again. The young English centre forward we've got playing from the under 16s, under 18s, under 20s, you name it, he is there. Vlasic got bagged himself a goal the other day as well, so he'll be lively and up for it as well. And it'll be interesting to see, because we're going to have a busy week coming in. You could see Broja, you could see Lingard, we could see other players coming through the door this week, and that may shape what we're going to start to look forward to for the Premier League. But I think what we'll see tonight is the closest starting 11, subject to players coming in, that we may find moving into the Premier League season. Anyway, this has been the West Ham Network. This has been your Rangers West Ham preview. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay safe. And of course, as always, come on, you Irons.